Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It is Friday, the 18th of February, 2022. Now, I was up nice and early this morning, up at 5 a.m., ready to podcast and meet different people around the world. Now, one of the things that really holds business people back, holds professionals back, is a fear of being taken advantage of. Now, if you have a fear of being taken advantage of, it's really going to impact your ability to perform. And here's the reason why. If you have a fear of being taken advantage of, you'll most likely avoid asking for help. And if you have to ask somebody for help, it'll start to trigger that fear of being taken advantage of. And as it triggers that fear of being taken advantage of, you'll tell yourself all the reasons why you shouldn't ask for help. Now, what I've learned over the years is that if you don't ask for help, then what happens is you have to make so many mistakes. You make mistake after mistake after mistake, and you only learn through trial and error. However, unfortunately, with trial and error, you lose your time. You lose your money. You lose your opportunity. You lose your reputation when you constantly try to learn from your own mistakes. See, when you put your hand up and you ask for help, what you're actually saying is that you're a strong person. See, only strong people ask for help. Strong people are also intelligent people. Strong people say, why would I want to make all of these mistakes myself when I can simply raise my hand and ask for help? See, if you raise your hand and you ask for help, what happens is you actually fast track success. You ask somebody, how did you achieve business success? And they tell you all the things that didn't work. That's the first thing. And as soon as you understand all the things that didn't work, you don't have to go through that long, slow decline curve. You can actually go straight through that and you can avoid making common mistakes. Secondly, successful people will tell you what works. And if you just do what works, then you get immediate results. But if you have a fear of being taken advantage of, then you won't ask for help. And when the damage is done, nobody else is doing the damage. You're doing the damage to yourself. So remember, fear impacts you. It impacts your ability to perform. So if you're in business and you have a fear of asking for help, if you have a fear of somebody taking advantage of you, then the impact is going to be that you're going to lose your time, you're going to lose your resources, you're going to lose opportunities, and you'll probably lose your reputation in the meantime. And the trigger here is asking for help. So what you've got to do here is you've got to start to think about asking for help differently, especially if you're in business, especially if you've got goals. Instead of saying to yourself, asking for help is a sign of a weakness, you've got to retrain your brain. You've got to work on that mindset and say, asking for help is a sign of strength. Think about it. When you say asking for help is a sign of weakness, that is going to impact your performance negatively. However, if you say to yourself, asking for help is a sign of strength, then that will impact your performance positively and you'll start to ask for help. Think about all successful business people. Imagine a business owner that you know. They might have 10 or 15 employees. That person is successfully asking for help. It's saying, I can't achieve my goals by myself. I can't achieve these business goals by myself. I can't achieve these sales goals by myself. So I'm going to go and ask other people, would you come and help me? And in return, I'm going to pay you a salary. I'm going to pay you a wage. I'm going to pay you a commission. Just come over here and help me achieve this goal. I can't do it all by myself. And that's what successful people do. They ask for other people's help. So what magnifies this fear of being taken advantage of? What magnifies it is when you play all the horror stories over and over and again in your mind. When you bring up all the shit from the past. When you think about all the times in the past where you asked for help and everybody said no. When you asked for help and somebody took advantage of you. But you keep replaying these pictures over and over and again in your mind. That'll make you sick. That'll hold you back. See, it's your thoughts that impact your feelings. So you've got to control your thoughts. So what do you have to do? You've got to focus on what you want. You've got to focus on that long-term goal, where you want to be in the future, and then you've got to ask for help. You've got to say to yourself, asking for help is a sign of strength. If I ask for help, I can achieve that 20-year goal maybe in 10 years' time. Maybe I can even achieve that 20-year goal in the next 5 years. So you've got to think of these things that magnify fear for you. Maybe fear gets magnified for you because you say to yourself, well, mum and dad, they asked for help and somebody ripped them off. My uncle, he asked for help and somebody ripped them off. My best friend asked for help and somebody ripped them off. As long as you look at all of those negative case studies inside of your mind, those negative experiences, this fear is going to start to grow out of proportion. The fear is going to be so big that you just freeze and you don't ask for help. So you've got to learn to dilute these fears. You've got to learn to dilute this fear of being taken advantage of. And everybody's going to do it differently. My recommendation is that you start asking for help today. As soon as you put your hand up and you start asking for help, and you've told yourself that asking for help is a sign of strength, and you ask people for support, what you'll find is that people will quickly come to your aid. They'll quickly come and help you. They'll say, hey, I know somebody who can get this done for you. I've got a skill that can help you succeed faster. I have some knowledge that can help you avoid a major mistake. And once you find people and you improve your sensory acuity, your sensory acuity is your ability to judge people's emotional makeup. And if you see the pattern of somebody who would take advantage of somebody, what you do is you quickly use those senses and you make a good decision. You say, this person is an example of somebody who will take advantage of me. Don't work with that person. Don't let them in the door. Don't let them take one step inside of the house. Lock the door and go and find somebody else, and then do your due diligence. Remember, people make decisions emotionally. However, a lot of people have an emotional hijack. So if their excitement gets in the way and all of a sudden I've got this high level of trust, and that can lead to a bad decision because it bypasses the cognition. So you've got to make decisions slowly. There's always another opportunity coming. Think slowly. Stop, pause, and think. And when you stop, pause, and think, and you do your due diligence, you start to reduce the risk. So never make a decision when you're in a high emotional state, whether it be a high positive emotional state or a low negative emotional state. Don't make a decision when there's an emotional charge there. You want to make your decisions from an emotionally clear state where those emotions are neutral. And what will happen is you'll both make a logical and a really good emotional decision. Remember, the first part of a decision is logical. You've got to get all the logical content. And then secondly, it's emotional. And so the decision is made in the right brain. So when you make the decision, you want to make sure that you're in an emotionally clear state. So your job is to retrain the brain. Imagine this. Imagine my mate John. My mate John is a bad driver. And every time he hops in his car, it feels like he's about to have an accident. And when I'm sitting in the car with my mate John, I fear for my life because he's weaving in and out of traffic. And he's had so many accidents, so many speeding fines in his life that I'm now petrified of being in the car with him. Now let me ask you the question. Is the car the problem? Or is the driver the problem? Is it the car that's the problem? Or is it the driver that's the problem? Well, you know the answer. It's the driver that's the problem. It's not the car. Now, even if I went and bought my mate John a beautiful big red Ferrari, if I bought my mate John a beautiful big red Ferrari that was worth $500,000 and I said, mate, I love you, here's a beautiful big red Ferrari, is the big red Ferrari going to make him a better driver? Or will he still be the same bad driver, just in an expensive car? Well, you know the answer. He's going to be the same bad driver in an expensive car. So this is the point that I want to make. You are in charge of your life, and it's the mindset that's driving your actions. So you've got to retrain your brain. You've got to re-educate yourself. And if you want to be a better business person, then remember, this is what's doing the driving. You've got to retrain this. You've got to re-educate it so you can become a better driver. A different business, if you're not successful today, a different business, a different vehicle isn't going to make you successful. If you can't succeed in the business you're in now, you'll never succeed in a better business because you're still doing the driving. So retrain the brain. And then when you get those new opportunities, you'll jump on them and then you'll get a massive return on your investment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. I hope you're doing well. I wish you a very happy new year. Remember, it's the Chinese New Year, so Xinyin Kuai La, Gongxi, that's I. And I hope Tolson Dao, the money god, my son yesterday ran into the room. He said, Mama, 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 Tolson Dao Lai La, Tolson Dao Lai La. He was saying, the money god's coming, the money god's coming. So I hope Tolson Dao, the money god, comes to your door this year. Xinyin Kuai La, Happy New Year. And I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful day.